successfully reached a staff-level agreement on the third review of Ghana's economic program. This agreement is as in the past, subject to the approval by IMF management and our executive board. And once the IMF executive board will have completed the third review, Ghana will have access to $360 million. That will bring the total IMF support disbursed under the arrangement since May 2023 to about $1.9 billion. First, our assessment is that performance with respect to the program's targets and objectives has been generally satisfactory. More specifically, all the end June 2024 quantitative targets were met, and progress on key structural reforms has been has continued despite delays in a few areas. At the same time, it is clear that the policies and the reforms that have been implemented since the beginning of the program have continued to pay off. Economic growth in the first half of 2024 has been much higher than anticipated, and indeed we will revise our growth projections for this year, once again, I should say. Inflation has continued to decline. Fiscal adjustment is on track to meet the end-year fiscal target. Remember that the government is targeting a primary surplus of 0.5% of GDP this year. The external position has continued to improve, with rapid accumulation of international reserves by the Bank of Ghana. And indeed, the Bank of Ghana has been outperforming the program objectives on that front. Financial stability has been maintained, and the authorities are committed to continue addressing the impact of the domestic debt exchange on financial institutions going forward.
The key objective of the program is to restore macroeconomic stability and debt sustainability, build resilience through the implementation of ambitious and wide-ranging structural reforms, and lay the foundations for a stronger and more inclusive growth whilst protecting the poor and the vulnerable. At the end of the third review mission, the IMF staff concluded that the Republic is on course to meeting all the 6 quantitative performance criteria and the 4 indicative targets under the program. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to add that this is the first time Ghana will be meeting all the indicative targets in a review. We've outperformed the inflation target set under the program, and we are meeting almost all the structural benchmarks that were due by end September 2024. We expect the IMF Executive Board to meet on Ghana's third review in the first week of December or the last week of November, with an immediate release of the 4th tranche of $360 million upon successful conclusion of the review at the board level. This will bring the total disbursement under the program to $1.9 billion United States dollars.